Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pleb Broadcasting Service. You are here live at the Bitcoin Mecca. This is my partner in crime. It's my partner in crime, Phil. A boy named Sue's podcast. And I feel really weird right now. We got one person, one pleb who showed up, who fought traffic, who fought Austin traffic to be here. Can I dox you? Sure. His name's Sasha. It's a hardcore ride or die pleb. I don't know. What are you listening to? Is that Newfound Glory or something? Is that one of your songs? What are we listening to?
Where's that shiny car?
Oh, it's All American Rejects?
Did it never get you
I hated that
far?
band.
Dude, you're as old as them, Car.
I probably am, but I hated that band.
Jesus Christ.
I love Jesus. Why
I
couldn't you
know.
play some Jesus Christ Superstar? Really good. Really
That's like
good.
blasphemous. That's not Christian.
Is it?
No, it has like
What was
sex
it
and drugs
about?
and stuff.
Oh,
Sex and
does
drugs
it?
and stuff.
Does it really?
I think. I never saw it.
I never saw it
I have
either.
a penis. I don't watch that kind of stuff.
Whoa. We're starting off hot.
We are.
Dang. I was hoping we were just going to ease into it.
No, fuck.
I
did. We had the song. What are you talking about?
I
Of
got
course we
some
did.
guac.
Yeah.
I
Guac.
got some Doritos.
This is a very interesting
got some of these.
guac-coction.
This is the ASMR episode.
I want you to,
The
please
ASMR?
don't chew fucking into the thing.
Not right into it.
It's bad enough. I think when I chew my gum, it gets louder than I expect. But I want you to put the guac on the Dorito and then sprinkle it with nuts.
Sprinkle it with nuts?
Yeah.
So put the guac.
No. Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
get the guac in the Dorito. And then sprinkle
the
it with nuts. These are
You
almonds.
need more guac. They're still nuts.
I don't have that much guac. I gotta last the whole show. So this is almonds.
That's
guac.
a lot of guac. How's that taste?
Pretty good. Pretty meaty.
You gotta be like Frank, make the sandwich in your mouth. It tastes
Oh, wow,
better
it's
that
pretty
way.
good.
Yeah.
How'd you know that was gonna be good?
Because I'm Phil.
Makes sense.
I know it's good.
How many eggs did you eat this morning?
I didn't eat an egg today. I ate one yesterday. It's a really good mixer, just as far as the consistency goes. When I make my smoothies are amazing. Did I share how I make my smoothies on the show?
No, you didn't. But you were talking about how you eat it. Is that a word?
Ate
An egg, and then somebody confirmed after you made that statement that eggs are a real thing. Then I met another pleb who confirmed, no, Phil's wrong.
What do you
Eggs
mean?
aren't a real thing.
Are eggs not a real thing because birds aren't real?
No, basically what you said about eggs doing this amazing thing to you, one pleb confirmed it. The next pleb I talked to deconfirmed
Well,
that.
that second pleb's a dumbass.
It's the same pleb we know and love.
Well, he's a dumbass. Is it Tristan?
No, it's not Tristan.
Is it Kyle?
No, it's not Kyle.
Is it Marty Bent?
Nope.
Good, because I didn't want to call him a dumbass.
No, it's
That'd be mean.
I don't want to say who it is because
If I guess
we
it
both
right-
love him.
If I guess it right, is it Ben the Carman?
Nope. Ben doesn't eat eggs, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Does he really?
He wouldn't eat eggs.
Oh,
Does he frequent the show often?
this show?
Yeah.
I don't know. Has Ben been on the show?
Is it Sahil? No.
Sahil's been on the show.
I'm guessing who the pleb is that said that eating eggs for you does not do magical things to
Well,
your
let's talk
body.
about your smoothie. So this is gonna take all day if you try to guess. You're not gonna.
Okay.
We know too many plebs.
We do know too many plebs. So, my smoothie, I shared how I make my smoothie when we saw Joe Rogan on Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, we
We
did.
can talk about that after I talk about my smoothie. So my smoothie is 2 scoops of my favorite protein powder, which tastes amazing, and the texture is like thick. It's not like that isolate where it just like sucks, like goes into your cells right away. Yeah, it's actually like thick and sustaining, and so I use those 2, and then I have a half frozen bag.
You're
or a full bag.
boring our guest. He's
Okay,
bored
it's
out of his
his-
mind. Look at him.
It's his fucking fault he came here. Oh yeah, all
It
right.
sounds thick. Is your smoothie really thick?
And so I got
it
it.
THIC?
You got him. It's THICC, dumbass. Learn to spell. Learn to spell.
Oh, wow.
Learn to
Is
spell.
that how the
meme
kids do it
words.
these days?
I guess I don't know. But then you gotta have like ice or something, right? And so
CC is the minimum?
instead of the ice, I want some veggies, right? And what's better? What's a better veggie to make a smoothie with
Zucchini.
than frozen cauliflower? So It's pretty much how I do it.
Are these nicotine gums again?
No, they don't make nicotine gum in a wrapper like that.
Oh, I didn't know
They have like conceal it so like a child can't open it themselves.
Wow. Are you on a detox or something? I see Diet Coke. I see sweetened tropical, misty. What is that? Sparkling
That's
water.
just water.
You're drinking smoothies.
What
What are you going through? Are you about to do like some kind of backpack trip to like to get some ayahuasca or
This
something?
is just how I am, Car. Let's talk about you, your diet,
let's
and
keep
your
going.
exercise.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, how's it going? Because you're actually doing it. This isn't me making fun of you eating
I know.
Doritos and guac on the show.
Well, the reason I'm eating Doritos and guac on the show is because I've been working all day.
Tell me
Burning
about
the
that.
midnight oil.
Tell me about that.
I stayed up till like 2 a.m.
Doing what?
Well, I was out there with Super Testnet here in the Pleb Lab, and he was inventing whisper addresses, which was crazy. And then he
Can
put it
you
on.
give a TLDR what that is?
Not really.
Like an ELA 5?
Basically, Canadian truckers, right? Got
Oh.
confiscated Bitcoin thanks to JW, I guess, right? Is that accurate statement?
I don't really.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
no.
comment on that? It's not like he listens to this.
Shit, he might.
Dude,
Dude's got
the
like
guy's
a lot of time on his hands. Probably.
Does he really? Have you talked to JW before?
Yeah,
He was following me, and then he stopped following me.
I like him when he's not being.
He's just an asshole,
dogmatic.
dude. He's a straight up asshole.
There are some characteristics of him that
He's
are
probably a
redeeming,
cop, too.
but that's also probably true. So
He's
I don't
probably
really
like
know.
a cop, and he's probably like a spook or something. Like
He hasn't
I think
done-
I think if there's one person who's definitely a spook, it's probably JW.
Probably he hasn't done anything
If
to
I had like,
directly offend
if
me.
I had- we- if
but
we
when
had-
that happens, then
if
I'll
we
full turn
had
on
like,
him.
if we had, well, he offended everybody. What he did to Canada.
Yeah, that.
So like, yeah, that's offending everybody. So if I had to say like, if there was one person I would put like actual Bitcoin on, you know, I would say it's
You mean
probably
like,
JW.
You mean like a bounty?
Is that what it's called?
Like
I'm just saying. If,
I don't want to
if,
get kicked off.
If you had to see like who the spooks are in the space, and like you put them like in a wanted list, I'd be like, that guy JW is definitely a spook.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, I always
Why are you
wondered-
afraid to say that?
Because I don't know for sure.
Dude, really? After what he did?
I mean, it does make sense.
It makes total sense. Anyways, so he created these things called whisper addresses. Now, if people try to send Bitcoin, the next Canadian trucker thing, they're going to be able to send Bitcoin to those people. And good luck
Like
trying to confiscate it.
Secretly? Like what? I still don't know what it is.
Yeah. I wish Super was here to explain it.
Yeah.
But
That's why we're not-
there's a full write-up on Thriller Bitcoin.
That's why we're not.
It's
checking
been a
out the
long day,
show.
or else I could explain it.
No, it's okay.
But we did a whole video and
I
stuff.
don't really care as long as it works.
Yeah, it works. But
You sure?
yeah,
Just kidding.
we were talking about it on RHR today, and Odell did point out a good point that he was saying like it's like a centralized database that holds the whisper keys, which makes sense. But I guess at a certain point you could use like he said that you could use like PGP or something. So it could be fixed.
So it's just sent. Wait. So Whisper, is it a protocol?
No, I think it uses like. Well, see, now I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know. I'll just wait.
But of course, it's centralized just to make it more user friendly, right?
Basically, it's.
I mean, I trust testnet.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean that. It's just there's like another key that you need to input that key and your Bitcoin address.
So it acts like a multi-sig sort of.
I think. Yeah, I'm just over my head. But we tested it. He showed me.
Is it
He
on
explained it
Lightning?
like it was. He explained it like I was 5, and I was like, "Yeah, this makes sense."
Is it on Lightning?
No, it's on chain.
Okay. That's dope.
But yeah, so I stayed up last night, went right to work, and been working ever since.
You just doing RHR stuff?
Yeah, we just finished right now. We kept having internet issues over there, dude. I don't know
Here
if
comes
it's.
a cyber pandemic.
Oh, you think?
No.
I thought it was the WEF at first.
Wide area. No.
The WEF.
Oh.
The WEF.
World Economic Forum. Got
No,
it.
now they're listening. Now they're tapped in. You can't say.
Good. They can suck my
You can't say
dick.
that name. You have to say the WEF.
World Economic Forum.
Okay.
Dude, I talked a lot about that with Joaquin Flores.
Really?
Yeah. I posted.
Who's Joaquin?
Joaquin Flores is a geopolitical analyst of the Strategic Culture Foundation, and I put out my
Real
first
quick, how do you get these guys on?
Telegram and internet. Yeah, like if you want to keep up, not just like Russia-Ukraine stuff, but everything world event-wise and what is going on at the WEF and just abuse of human rights, follow New Resistance, like @New Resistance on Telegram. It's just pure signal, and there's a discussion group as well where you can like comment, because one is just all news where you can mute or not, and then the other one's like commenting on each once he posts. But I put out episode 1 with him last night, and this is the guy I recorded for 5 hours. 5 and a half,
this is a
almost.
5-hour episode you were talking about to me the other day?
Yeah, but I divvied it up. I broke it up. And I think for what I want to do for this series, rather, it's kind of like what Pleb does. I wonder if Pleb actually makes them like sit down for 5 hours and then like makes like 10 different. But what I want to do is after, like a guy's take, or even Pleb like talks about whatever of each episode, I'm kind of really listening back and really piecing together, and I want to kind of like write a blog about it to condense everything and put the puzzle pieces together, because like Joaquin is a really smart dude, but he kind of went on tangents, but they were necessary to fill in the background. Because, for example, in episode 1, I of course had him on first to talk about Russia, Ukraine, and WEF stuff, but started off in this one, it was like a 41-minute like conversation first parter, and so he started talking about his upbringing, and essentially he's just this guy that was born in Los Angeles, and he was born in the 70s and was always had a fascination with revolutions, all like revolutions, like the American Revolution, Spanish Revolution, all of them, and he kind of drifted towards understanding like social uprisings and movements, and he, as a communist youth, he was like kind of a part of that, but he wasn't like today's like progressive bullshit leftist. It was just kind of, he studied Marx, and he's not a Marxist, but he was for a while, so he studied under him, and he eventually started working for a like labor union activist kind of thing, where essentially, as Marx pointed out, that for the working class and the Labor Party to really like rise up, the ideas that they have, essentially they are organic, but they need like a leader to take action or whatever. So whether that's like Che Guevara or whatever, and I haven't like done research on him and other examples, but you need kind of like a leader. And so this strategy, which is an intersection of geopolitics and social movements, is astroturfing. And astroturfing is exactly that. It is mobilizing the people in like the social movement to actually take action on what they believe in. And this is kind of like a neutral tool, but it unfortunately gets hijacked by the deep state, like an outside force from the deep state. So whether that's like a George Soros or whatever it might be, they are oligarchs that have capital, and they hijack this grassroots movement before one of the local revolutionaries in the area does. And if the local revolutionary beats George Soros to the punch to like mobilize these people that are working for that are protesting for their rights, then of course they probably get bought off and paid for by Soros.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's funny that you bring that up. But has there ever been a revolutionary group that had Bitcoin?
I mean, there's gonna be. Maybe that's the truckers. But see, here's the thing. Astroturfing is like a neutral thing, and it's a tool that can be used for good and evil. And we as Bitcoiners, we have our ideology, and like you bring up that point. Has anyone astroturfed the Bitcoin movement? And maybe this goes back to like we talking about.
Well, isn't that what Roger
J.W.
Ver?
Weatherman.
Isn't that what Roger Ver did?
It could have been very much. Yeah,
that's what I always thought it was.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely, because you have the outside like actors like Coinbase and people with money that it was a plot. Yes. Bcash was astroturfed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah. Facts.
There you go, kids.
There you go, PBS kids.
Yeah.
Did you retweet the PBS thing?
No.
I guess Logan did.
I put it in the Telegram.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Logan.
Well, you know.
Well, you
like
should
trying
retweet
to,
it from the
Well, trying to
PBS.
multitask when I'm doing the show, like, I always feel rude when I have to do this on
Nah,
camera.
don't feel rude. The plebs love it. Yeah, I think that's pretty fascinating. But you didn't. I feel like I learned all that stuff in when was it? Like maybe art history when I took art history. Maybe then, and
I
then
never
maybe
took
like
art
I had to
history.
take I don't know if it was like Mexican history or Mexico. It was one of those histories. Maybe it was Texas history, but I felt like I learned all that from somewhere. Like you start talking about all those revolutionaries. But it's to me, whenever I saw them do those things, I always thought that was pretty easy.
How do you mean?
Like it just seems really easy to be a revolutionary.
Again, how do you mean?
Just exactly what the statement says. Like it just looks very easy. Like like you said, you just find the right leader, and then
You're selling a narrative, and it becomes an information war because
yeah, if you think of it like that, then
no, that is exactly what the fuck it is, Car.
But I think revolutionaries don't think of it like that. You can't think of it like that because people will see through it. So you gotta fully buy into it.
What do you mean? Yes, they're fully buying into it.
That's what I'm saying. You can't think of it like from an outside perspective. You have to fully buy into.
No, you do have to think of it as an outside perspective because that's learning.
Well,
that's learning how the enemy thinks. So you need to know how the enemy thinks so you can use that tactic appropriately. And
Wait, are
effectively.
you seeing it from the side of the government, or are you seeing it from the side of like the revolutionaries? I was seeing it from the side of the revolutionaries.
No, the revolutionaries have to get there and mobilize the protesters before the government or deep state does. Because so here's what happened with Joaquin. So he worked for a.
Did you ever see the Netflix show Narcos?
No.
Okay, you should probably watch Narcos. It talks all about that.
That's awesome. Maybe that's where you learned it. But like in Joaquin's case,
Yeah, he sounds like he's just describing Narcos. Maybe
pretty
not.
much is like same song and dance, but these tactics are still used by savvy players and oligarchs. But in Joaquin's case, he was actually pushed by one of his professors to like work for a alphabet soup agency, but that's kind of where the scales fell from his eyes, where he saw like oligarchs in the deep state kind of take over those uprisings, and he's like, okay, that's not for me. And plus, all of those people that actually get involved with that and actually get like bought and paid for by the people that take over it are like sadistic and are into like buying prostitutes and whatnot.
Oh wow!
But anyway,
that's a blanket statement.
Well, I'm just saying it from his lips.
Oh,
So-
you're quoting him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where's
from his
the pod?
experience.
Where's the pod at right now? Is it just aboynamed2.com?
That's not a website. It's pgibbs.io. It's on
Why
my
don't you
Twitter.
own that website for?
I'm just. Can we fucking talk about stuff I'm trying to talk about?
Okay, pgibbs.io. I'm trying to get the plebs to go.
They can keep it in their pants until I'm done explaining.
Okay.
Okay, so in Joaquin's case, he didn't want to go work for an alphabet soup agency, so he went and worked as a activist and spokesman and just coordinator for one of the largest labor movements called SCIO, I believe, and he was himself astroturfed because what he thought what he was doing was like righteous, and his organization he worked for essentially was astroturfed by the Obama campaign. And he was going out and like spreading the good word. And Obama, like every president that runs, kind of runs on this like nationalistic economic, like, hey, we're gonna work out our problems at home and all this and that. Kind of like the same shit you heard Trump say, and even the same shit that like W. Bush and Clinton. I mean, a lot of these people that run for president kind of go off the same fucking, rhetoric. And so Joaquin was astroturfed because he was having to, push this narrative. Like he was doing the GOTV, get out the vote kind of stuff for Obama. And after Obama won and he saw that, people have lost their homes because this is like after the Great Recession, the GFC, the Great Financial Crisis and everything. He's like, oh, well, this kind of sucks. And of course, all the foreign policy stuff that happened after that with like Libya and everything, he came to the conclusion, as you probably learned from history as well, but these oligarchs and the deep state and all this, they are astroturfing in other countries and taking those profits, and those profits are what fund the war at home, which, astroturfing uprisings in the United States. And it's really just another method of the point, 1 or 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, I'm trying to say 0 like 8 times. Like the very top percent of people just trying to redistribute wealth up from like the people to them. And they use these tactics to do so. And essentially what it becomes is an information war, and how you can better astroturf people at a grassroots level before the deep state / oligarchs get there. And it's all an information war in trying to figure out, having media platforms like this, having self-sovereign methods of communication, and letting people know, like, no, you're being psyops, or just like watch out of who you're doing business with, and do they really believe in the cause that you're trying to fight for. And so that's what he has been doing at the Strategic Culture Foundation. He is actually in Serbia, and so he's kind of like in the middle of all the shit that's going on, and he's kind of living it every day. So
yeah, I found your podcast finally after searching for it for like 10 minutes. Dude, you need to get a simpler domain. But it's right here. I found it. It's on Spotify.
My website's pgibbs.io.
Yeah, it's really hard to find. It's like almost like you're blocked on Google. You might be shadow banned on Google.
Probably.
Yeah, you probably are. But yeah, you can find it. Just go. It's probably easier just to go to your Twitter and then.
Yeah.
Are you not set up on Lightning or what?
I
can set you up on Lightning.
I have a tribe. Yeah. I don't use the tribe because no one's fucking on it.
Did we have it? Okay. Yeah, I hope.
I've been thinking about trying to do Hacker News, but like, do you have to like pay Lightning to?
Yeah, Hacker
join?
News is a shit coin. You mean Stacker News?
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Stacker News. You can do that. It's free. Or you just use Fountain. Like all the Bitcoin podcasts are on Fountain. Mm-hmm. So it's free sats. But anyway, this is it right here. This is Phil's podcast.
A boy named Sue.
Yeah, I like it, dude. It looks like you're actually covering really hardcore shit, dude. You had Laser Hotto on there. You had Sam Callahan.
Dude, my Laser Hotto one got banned
yeah.
off.
Oh, you had
off
Lord.
Medium.
You had Lord
Lord Fusituba.
So didn't this guy get
he's
a lot of shit or whatever?
No, yeah, by the same people that Kyle complains about.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn like the people revolted against him.
His people?
I could have sworn people revolted against that guy. Oh, you had Eric Kayson on?
Yeah, twice.
Oh, wow. Boss. He's pretty cool, right?
He's a good dude.
Yeah. Dude, I like Eric.
Yeah.
Who's Dr. Jeff Ross? Where have I heard that name before?
He's a Bitcoiner on Twitter. He's kind of like he has his own hedge fund and is a macro dude, and he also kind of realized the quote unquote bear market in Bitcoin a month or so ago, and kind of fighting back against the people that are too bullish about Bitcoin, uber bullish, and are just not being realistic, and this tightening and dollar strengthening is ultimately like a good thing. So it falls in line with the thesis that I've adopted from Tom Luongo, which I did a podcast with him yesterday that's going to probably drop Monday. But if anyone has not heard of Tom Luongo, please check out his blog, tomluongo.me. He's completely rocked my world, turned my brain upside down in how I view geopolitics and macroeconomics and what is actually happening. Because it's not as easy as end the Fed bad, money printer go burr, we're going to die. No, that's fucking bullshit. It's not that simple. There's a lot more nuance, and there's basically, well, I guess I'm going to talk about this now. So to sum it up in a shell, there's a monetary war going on basically between American globalists and European globalists. And
wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
There's a monetary war going on between American globalists, being the Federal Reserve and its banking cartel, so its shareholders, so all the 12 reserve banks
Okay.
and the commercial banks, so like J.P. Morgan.
So there's these two people are fighting?
No. So you have American globalists, I just defined, and then you
Say
have
those people again.
Hold on. You have the Federal Reserve, so being Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve Chairman, and all the like 12 Federal Reserve banks, and basically Wall Street. And so they basically run and control the money transmission mechanism of the United States. Because they are the banks. They are the banking network. So you basically have like U.S. capitalism as we understand it. It's not great, but we have basically U.S. Fed, Powell and Jamie Dimon versus these European oligarch fucking WEF Davos crowd. Let's just call them Davos.
Oh, they're versing each other? I thought they were all on the same team.
No. Yeah, that's the problem. Too many people think that. And it was that.
How do you know they're not on the same team, though?
Do you need 2 hours for this?
Maybe not. I'm just trying to figure out about can you give me the quick little...
Because of their incentives.
Okay, we can.
Because the WEF is basically trying to dismantle the power that the Federal Reserve and the American banks have. And they're doing that by passing all this like COVID relief stimulus bullshit and destroying the credibility of the dollar. Because that was going to happen anyway.
Whose side are the countries on then? Like Russia, Ukraine, or because there's too many moving pieces on this chessboard.
It's nuanced. So Russia and
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Russia,
it's kind of hard.
Do you want to learn? So Russia and China.
I guess we're learning.
So Russia and China have partnered, and India, and probably Iran if you throw them in, because they've all been sanctioned, and so they have been. Putin himself was like kicked out of the WEF, so they are not on board with this Great Reset thing. And Powell, Jamie Dimon, U.S. banks are not on board with this either, mainly because it destroys the power that they have. Because when you had all the stimulus and COVID relief all through everything that passed through the CARES Act, what that enabled was non-financial institutions, or basically non-banks, access to the Fed window. Basically being able to tap on it and be able to get dibs on a treasury or to park that treasury at the Fed. And that was only exclusive to the banks. But as you might be familiar with COVID-19, the Great Reset, written by Klaus Schwab, it's the way to... corporations are basically going to be replacing nation states. And what better way to do that than to enable BlackRock access to the Fed window that JP Morgan has. And so that undercuts the power that the banking cartel in the United States has. And their power is through being able to manipulate interest rates overseas. And so that whole BlackRock thing, getting dibs on treasuries and threatening, and I wrote an article on this too.
Oh, you did? Where's the article at?
So
I can pull it up.
I actually released a audio version of it last night. It's called "Why Jerome Powell's Policies Are Bullish for Bitcoin," and that article that I wrote for Bitcoin Magazine is linked in the show notes of that episode that I did. But essentially, Powell is fighting back against this Davos Great Reset thing, and is fighting back against them trying to print away the credibility of the United States into oblivion and collapse the world economy and have everyone dependent on a CBDC, such a big digital currency. And that's not in line with Jerome Powell and Jamie Dimon and everything. They want to be sitting pretty in their own thing. And you even heard Jerome Powell say, the dollar doesn't need to be the only world reserve currency. So he's okay with that, I think, as long as he has his power that like the banks have, because he's called private equity Powell for a reason. And so he basically answers to his shareholders, the banks. So he kind of understands that, and he doesn't. I think he understands that, the effects of Triffin's dilemma are starting to come home to roost. I mean, when Saudi Arabia basically says, "Fuck you, Joe Biden, we're not answering to you," there goes the petrodollar. And so maintaining what power the dollar has is pretty important. And I think that's where Bitcoin comes in, because people globally, I think, are waking up to at least what it is. And if you think governments aren't somewhat keen, then I think that's a foolish thing to think. And as more nations sell off their treasuries, they're going to run to tangible assets like gold, like oil. And Tom says oil is the world reserve currency of the world. I mean, the last couple of weeks kind of demonstrates that. But eventually they're going to go to Bitcoin. I mean, Russia just this week announced, firstly, they're going to request payment for their oil that they're selling in rubles. So that opens up an opportunity for the ruble itself to be the Eurasian reserve currency. But this past week, they also said, hey, you can pay us in Bitcoin too. And if that's not a fucking wake-up call to America to take its shit seriously with Bitcoin, I mean, ExxonMobil just announced that they're going to start mining Bitcoin. So as your buddy Marty Ben talks about, this whole Bitcoin mining thing is a matter of national security, and I think this is really when the hash war starts to kick off.
Yeah, I was looking through your articles. Dude, you've been doing this since 2019?
End of 2018, I think.
Do you have any thoughts, Logan? I know Logan's pretty base.
He looks angry. He looks bored.
I look in pain.
Why?
Physical pain.
Yeah.
Fasting today.
Oh yeah, me too. That's why I ate these. Sasha, what do you think about all this stuff?
I'll listen to the podcast. It seems like a better way to adjust it.
Yeah, I need to listen to it. It's hard to like hear all of this at once and then like straight up believe you. I remember when I was doing research on the whole like Federal on the whole Federal Reserve and stuff. Like when that whole like was it 2020 when that COVID thing happened. I thought it was really strange how most of the Bitcoiners knew that COVID was going to happen like in December, I think it was. And then all the, was it like the repo market started going off?
Mm-hmm.
And then Davos happened. And then, Jamie Dimon come out and say like, oh, this COVID thing. And then like literally like a few weeks later, like COVID happened. They shut down the world. I thought that was weird. And then you saw like literally the Fed just hand everything over to BlackRock as far as like trillions. And then,
well, that wasn't their choice. That was a Davos thing.
And then what was also interesting is like for years, I don't know how far this goes back. Maybe it goes back to 2008. I'd have to go back and look. But you have like the Fed has been audited by BlackRock, but a different division of BlackRock.
Vanguard.
No, it's BlackRock, but they also audit the Fed too. So you have the same people
that audit the Fed.
Yeah, so you have the same people that are actually. So you have the Fed who's giving all this money to BlackRock to like divvy out. That same company is also auditing the Fed, which is like, there was only like one senator when I was doing the research back in 2020. There's only like one senator that they actually called them out on that. This was like during COVID, and like he just basically said, yeah, we just didn't have time to pick and choose. We went with the person that we were comfortable with, which sounds convenient for coming from Jerome Powell's mouth, but in reality, like. It's a bullshit answer.
Tom and I basically believe that ever since Jerome Powell became Fed chair, he has been seeing this like threat to the dollar that is coming from Davos, the WF, the European Central Bank, to like ruin the dollar. And so that's why, he's been trying to tighten, because the way that you beat this is tighten. We have a 30 basis point of reverse repo. We can probably expect to see maybe 3 more raises in interest rates, at least the Fed funds rate. I mean, all this is doing is sending signals to people that have excess cash to park it at the Fed to gain interest, where they're not offering that interest anywhere else in the world. And that's how, Powell wins this. It's like Volckerism 2.0. And yeah, Bitcoiners they're listening to this right now are going to probably fucking read their pants and say, oh, the Fed can't raise rates. They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck. They will crash markets. And who the fuck? Hello? Who's that? Was that Sam?
No, that's not Sam. Those guys are just looking here.
Oh, they booked the room.
Oh,
I guess we're out.
yeah.
Okay. Well, this is awkward.
It's definitely awkward.
We should probably get out.
Here, I'll talk to him for a second. You continue the show. Let me go talk to him.
Okay. Interesting.
Continue the show.
Well, in a shell, fix the money, fix the world, all that kind of good stuff. Sasha, you wanna come on the show and be our guest for today?
Really?
Why?
I hadn't planned on it. I don't have too much to say.
Okay. Well, thanks for being our one-person audience for today.
For sure. Very curious.
We can have Luke as the other guest too.
So why don't you, Phil, can you say more about, I didn't really understand the interaction between BlackRock and the Fed.
Are we good?
We are good till 6.
Is that what you told him?
6:45.
I mean, we basically told him just to give us 15 minutes. But like that's the thing, dude. Is like there's a whole nother room right there not being used, and it's kind of like just use that one.
They want the corner office with the window.
But that's the
view.
thing. Like no one ever uses this office, like ever on a Friday night.
Wait, so did you book it?
We didn't have time to book it.
We were planning to use 16.
We plan to use 16 all the time.
Retirement party up there.
Oh, is that what that is? A retirement party? Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
let's switch
anybody?
gears, let's switch
Yeah,
gears.
hold on. Anybody that like?
it's just been a downer episode.
No, this has been great. I love this.
I
Wake the fuck up, people.
I hate this.
It's not all hunky dory, you know. But Easter's around the corner, so eat yourself
How long have
some
we been going on for?
Whoppers.
That makes sense. So
That
we'll make a
makes
45-minute
Hold on.
banger.
So if anybody actually like wants to get the fucking
Yeah, we already showed it 15 times.
The dirty skinny on this, then
We've showed it 15 times.
what?
We've showed your website 15 times.
No,
already.
shut up and let me finish. Then my episode on Monday with Tom Longo talks
All right, let's
about
spend
all
15 minutes
this,
talking more about Phil's podcast.
and he has an update on his thesis, which has to do with like LIBOR rates. So if you care and you're watching, all like 3 of you, I guess 4 if we count Sasha, then yeah, you know where to find me. What do you want to talk about now, Car? Wait, so is it our fault because we didn't book it and somebody did, and you just didn't expect someone would book it because nobody does?
So the way I explained it to them is like no one ever books any of the rooms on Friday. Like no one does that because no one's here on a Friday. Everybody has a life and they go enjoy it. But these people are new. They never work at a 701 Brazos before. They look like a new startup. And so the guy's just being stubborn and he wants this room because he likes this room. And I said, can't you just use that one? He said, no. And I was like, cool, we're doing a live stream. Can you give me 5 minutes? He's like, no, I'll give you 10 minutes. I was like, cool, I'll take 15.
Oh, that's nice.
I said, I'll take 15. So I took 15. Well, if he was divvying out minutes, I'm going to take 15. But that's the whole point, Phil. Is like we do it on 16th floor, but Logan had I don't know. I just can't wait to. The long story short, I can't wait to get our own office.
Is Logan?
I'm so fed up working out of this place.
Is Logan the only one that has the privilege of booking?
No, we all have the privilege of booking. It's just that not you. I'm just so fed up. I'm just so fed up, like with this place. It's just so fiat, bro. And the people that you deal with are fiat. And I can't wait till we just get our own Bitcoin office. We don't have to deal with this kind of like.
Can you describe what you mean by fiat?
They just have like this fiat mentality. Like that is a perfect example of the type of people.
Well, they booked the room, Car.
No, but it's like if it was me, I wouldn't.
They gave you 5 more minutes than you expected.
No, but like this is where I come from. Like if it was me and there's 2 other people, I would just take the other room and like have you have a live stream going. Oh, more than use it.
Well, if this is their first time in Capital Factory, they probably don't want to bend the rules and give a bad impression.
They literally
use
said
the room that they legally.
I like how
by
you're
the rules
defending them,
booked.
but they literally said they've been booking it every week for 3 weeks in a row.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, now I know. I'm gonna start booking it every Friday before you, just in case. But it's so dumb.
I still don't know if I call that fiat mentality.
I call it fiat mentality.
I don't.
You guys can disagree.
They booked the room and we didn't.
It's fine. What else do you want to talk about? We have 5 minutes before these Fiat Maximalists come in here and take over the room.
I thought we had 10.
We have 10 minutes. Look, they actually went over there in the other room. This is what's funny. Logan, how's your day going? My day's going great, Logan. It was going great. I learned about the WEF and the Fed and the Europeans are all working together. I didn't know that.
You completely twisted.
Or you know what I mean. I didn't know they were all working together.
It's exactly the opposite.
I'm pretty much aware of most of what I've done today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What did you do?
He recorded.
Before I went to Unchained, I did a workout.
Oh, cool.
That's about it.
What did you do at Unchained?
Talk about what you put in your water.
Snake juice.
So he
What
makes
is
this thing
that?
called this is really interesting.
Snake juice.
It's called snake juice because there's this loud, angry guy from Alberta who tells people to go on the snake diet, which is just fast
Cock.
electrolyte water. What did I didn't see your lips move.
He does that a lot.
Cook. I'm a ventriloquist.
Okay.
You think Car's talking, but it's really me. Because my hand is
Let him
up his
explain
ass.
snake juice. This is really interesting. You're interrupting him. Go ahead.
You just put electrolyte minerals in water. And you drink it.
But describe what it is.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like. To me, I feel like the closest thing. Nobody agrees with me on this. To me, I feel like the closest thing it tastes to is milk. But like with no. It's like milk without any of the milk in it.
So think about Logan that most people
You're
don't know.
describing a consistency.
So the thing about Logan that most people don't know is like I forget what day it was, and he was drinking this thing, and I saw his face. He was like, that's weird. And then I was like, what are you drinking? And then he described that's what you're talking about, right? That snake juice.
Probably.
Wait.
Okay. He made this face, and I was like, wow, I wonder what he's drinking. And it was like
I wouldn't have been making a face in response to the taste, though.
That rhymes.
You had a grimace.
No.
You had a grimace.
I'll never make a face
Get a
response
grimace.
to the
What
taste.
happened was I took a swig and I had a grimace for some reason.
Swig.
It was signed the meaning of that grimace.
There you go.
Straight
That's
there.
probably what it was. That's probably what it was. I like how he corrects me aggressively.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Get into it.
I love you, Logan. Sasha,
Anyway,
do you have
it helps
anything?
It's great for fasting. It helps you not feel hungry.
Yeah. So that's
Great.
what I got out of it.
But that's not fasting.
It is though. He drinks water. It's like based on water, right?
How do the electrolytes give it the texture of milk?
It's not really the texture. Because like milk has like.
Is the
fat,
taste?
right? Nobody agrees with me on this, so don't try to like reason.
What electrolytes do I buy? How do I make this?
It's salt, Epsom salt, potassium salt, and baking soda.
And
so
cocaine.
3 types of salt.
Sodium chloride, magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, and sodium bicarbonate.
Calm down, Walter. He said that. People used to always tell him that. Calm down, Breaking Bad.
That's cool.
Can you make like if we were stuck in the desert, could you make a battery?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
What?
You probably could,
out
couldn't
of
you?
what?
Can they hear
I don't know.
him? Can,
What do
they-
I have?
You have an RV.
can they hear
I take
Logan?
the battery out of the RV.
There you go.
Can-
This is why you keep Logan around.
Can they hear Logan?
Are you going to Miami?
Can they hear Logan when he's talking?
Yeah, they can hear him. This is a condenser. Are you going to Miami?
Of course.
Oh, what days are you going?
I leave the 7th. I leave there on the 7th and I come back the 11th.
Cool. You should
Yeah.
go to. We're gonna do Tristan's party on Monday, or probably Sunday.
Yeah, it should be Sunday.
I think I'm fighting Tristan. I think he said Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what day it is, but it should be fun.
Yeah, I get there Thursday, so I messed that
I need to
up.
find John if you're out there. Let's book it.
Who's John?
John Chanel.
Oh,
The Johnny Depp. Bitcoin.
he's the Johnny Depp. I'm the Jack Sparrow.
That's the show title. Sasha, you got anything before we sign off?
That's not a very good show title.
I'm good.
He's good.
Huh?
Nothing.
Was this a good show, Sasha?
He's like, this is the most terrible thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was an interesting show. I mean, I think we should have brought the crew on.
The
Yeah,
what?
no, they looked pretty fiat. Like their faces looked really fiat. They had really fiat faces. No, there's a girl among them, and she just had this long face. Like, I'm not gonna wait for your stupid stream to end. Yeah,
I mean, they booked the room car.
they were wearing masks too, Phil.
That changes things.
Look how he got really upset now. He's like, now do you believe me? They're fiat.
Yes. Very much so.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's us.
Dude, that's all you had to say, though. You didn't need to.
I know, but like,
Did you hold the build up for the show?
I needed a good ending. All right, we'll see you
That's a
next
good
time.
ending. Hold on, where can they find us? Let's show.
yeah,
Let's show the show. We don't do that enough.
Oh, also, if you want to go to BitBlock Boom
Yes.
or BitBlock Party, use code Pleb Lab and you get 50% off. Is it 50? No, 10% off. I'd have to go and look. Either way,
It's definitely not 50.
it might be 10 or 20. Go check
Maybe you're
that out.
thinking 15.
Yeah, it's probably 15. That sounds about right.
Don't give them false information.
If not, Gary will fix it. Gary's listening to this. Also,
Is he?
probably not. Also, you can find Phil at
Mr. Sue. Mr. Sue. That's MRPSEU. Yeah. Podcast is called A Boy Named Sue.
Yeah, and then you can find me at ThrillerX_ on Twitter. And we do great things at TFTC.io and do cool things here at pleblab.com.
Cool things.
Yeah, we build cool things on Bitcoin. I think that's all I got. Logan, you got anything?
No.
No.
Cool. You still doing Texas Slim podcast?
Yes.
Yes, cool. Does he have anybody on you want to show?
He hasn't released an episode.
Dude,
Oh, wow.
can we have him on?
Yeah, why can't we get Slim on?
We'll see.
I've never met the man.
See what he's in. He probably wouldn't come on this.
Yeah, I would.
You think he would?
Yeah,
I
dude.
feel like Slim would just say, guys, this is too small time.
No.
He's Pleb Broadcasting Service.
He's very humble.
Yeah, I love the man.
He's very straight up.
Believe it or not, like, this is real quick story. Like, if it was like Slim helped me out a lot, like last year with a lot of like talks, like elder talks. I was like, man, thank you, Slim. But anyway,
I feel
love
like
Slim.
I need to hear some of that.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. PBS Kids.
Bye.
PBS Live. Yeah.
Hey, wait, where can they follow us?
I don't know. PBS Kids at Twitter.
PBS
Right?
_plebs.
PBS _pleb.
Oh, is that what it's called? Why do you say PBS Kids all the time?
He doesn't say. You're the one who started saying PBS Kids.
Is it still
It
locked?
was
For,
No.
always PBS
I'm the
Plebs.
one. No, I'm the one that
He
jokingly
started saying
said.
PBS Kids because
Yeah,
we
'cause
were
the
locked on
song.
YouTube for PBS Kids.
What? No.
hold
No,
on.
I started singing PBS Kids.
He's
because
every
I
time
was
I say
making
welcome
fun
to
of the
PBS, he goes
Kids
PBS
song.
Kids.
All right, I'm the one who actually knows, or maybe you know, but you clearly don't.
Why is every show a shit show?
Phil was going.
Are we
feel
live?
Yes.
Are
We're
we
still
live?
live. I feel
Nice.
like every show is a shit show.
Let Logan talk.
Last week I walked
PBS
off.
Plebs.
This week we're
Reference to
fighting.
PBS Kids.
This week the live stream
Start.
just canceled.
Car, stop talking.
Phil was singing PBS Plebs, and then I started saying PBS Kids, going back to PBS Kids from that jingle because it was locked to kids on YouTube. And then you latched on to the kids thing, ignoring that he was always saying PBS Plebs, and that's what I made the Twitter.
So the Twitter is PBS Kids. So follow us at
PBS Plebs.
Okay, you heard it there first.
That's the lore.
Follow us on PBS Plebs at PBS Plebs. Thank you and good night. Have a great weekend.
Help it gives you.